Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, covering new PC releases for June the 3rd to the 9th. Starting on Monday, June the 3rd, we saw the release of Gunpoint, the indie action puzzle spy game from Tom Francis. The game features a unique rewiring system in which you can rewire, say, a light switch or a motion detector or a security camera to shut off or on lights or open doors or get your way past guards. The ultimate goal is to basically sneak into buildings and get information. It's a pretty unique and interesting game. I did a video checking it out it was a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. And yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty neat. Now, it's a short game at only 3 hours, but it's also fairly inexpensive at only $9.99. So take a look at that video if you like what you see. I definitely suggest giving the game a look, but again, do keep in mind it is a short experience. Also released on Monday, or a soft release, or beta if you will, was Scrolls, the digital collectible card game from the Minecraft developer Mojang. It mixes traditional card game mechanics with turn-based strategy elements. It is the featured game of the week. I think it's amazing so far. I've put a ton of hours into it and I'm really having fun. I've already done a video covering my first impressions and then also taking a look at the game store. I'll be continuing videos as we take a look at the 3 different factions in the game, sort of their specialties if you will. We'll take a look at deck building, we're going to look at some multiplayer matches, and then hopefully, if we have time and enough videos get done, might take a look at the challenge system as well. It is the game of the week, so if you want more information on Scrolls, there will be plenty on the channel this week. I love it. You can buy into the beta right now for $20. Moving on to Tuesday's releases, for June the 4th, we saw Remember Me, the third-person action game where you play as Nilin, an elite memory hunter with the ability to modify people's memories. The game's story puts you on a journey to try to reclaim your memory after it's been erased. You know, it's been getting somewhat average reviews. It seems like this game's okay, but nothing amazing. It is available right now for $49.99. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to look at this game. It's one of those titles that obviously requires a big investment of time until you sort of understand it. It's an average sort of fully priced game, so I don't think I've got time to cover it. I may visit it at some point in the future, but plenty of reviews out there right now for Remember Me. Once again, it seems like it's got some unique ideas and mechanics, but maybe it doesn't necessarily fully deliver on all of those. Also on Tuesday, we saw the full release of Marvel Heroes, the free-to-play hack-and-slash action RPG set in the Marvel Universe. Now, I covered this game when it was in the beta. I was a little harsh on it, and I think there was 2 reasons for that. Number one, it's just a fairly generic standard hack and slash action RPG. They don't do anything new or special. It's just a pretty average game. The combat is simple, also not all that impactful, which I wasn't too thrilled about. But you know, it's not awful either. I think another part of the reason why I was sort of harsh on the game is just preference-wise. I'm not really into the Marvel Universe. Never read the comics. Never really cared too much for the movies. So it's not a fantasy world that I'm at all invested in, so I think that's another reason it just, it didn't really click with me. Now that the game is fully released, though, I will be revisiting it. I'm going to put a few more hours into the game, and then I'll give you some of my follow-up thoughts on sort of how I feel about Marvel Heroes, but again, All right, moving on to today's releases for Wednesday, June the 3rd. First up, we've got Prime World Defenders. This is a game that mixes classic tower defense gameplay with collectible card mechanics. Basically, how it works is all of your towers and spells are cards that can be collected and upgraded. Pretty cool idea, huh? Yeah, I mean, I hadn't really looked into this game much before its release, but it's piqued my interest just listening to the general premise of it, so hopefully I'll get some time to look at it this week. It's not on my planned schedule, but if I find extra time, I'll give it a look. That is available for $14.99. And then also for today, Jagged Alliance Online was released, a free-to-play turn-based strategy game in the Jagged Alliance series. It features both single and multiplayer along with a competitive PvP dueling system. Now, although the game's free-to-play, there is currently 2 bits of DLC available, the Ivan and the Shadow Edition, both of them priced at $29.99, and they add over 100 hours of campaign gameplay. 100 hours. That leaves me wondering how many hours are in the free-to-play version if you're charging $30 to add 100 hours of campaign gameplay. Also exclusive bosses and loot coming to those DLCs as well. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played the game. I don't want to judge it, but it seems a little crazy that there's $60 worth of DLC adding over 100 hours of gameplay on its release. But who knows? Maybe it's perfectly fine. I don't know. And then finally, for new releases on Friday, June the 7th, Planetary Annihilation is going through the Steam Early Access program, so it's not the full release, but you can get access to the game. This is the real-time strategy game inspired by Total Annihilation, but set on a universal scale. Really, really interesting. I'm super excited to give this game a look. So you basically attempt to conquer entire planets and solar systems using a wide array of weaponry, and you can zoom all the way out to sort of the planetary level, or you can zoom all the way into the planet to take a look at land and air combat that's taking place. So it's like an RTS, again, on the universal scale. Crazy concept. Really hope this game pans out because I love the idea behind it. And that's going to do it for new PC releases. Let's go ahead and wrap up with my planned content for the week. Alright, so as of this point, I've already done a video checking out Gunpoint, and then once again, Scrolls is the featured game of the week, so we've got a couple of videos done for that already, with a few more videos planned for the rest of the week. Other than that, I plan to take a look at Marvel Heroes for a second time, and Planetary Annihilation, with the potential of taking a look at Prime World Defenders. And then beyond that, we've got Friday Night Magic planned for Friday, and then the Force Feed coming later today and on Friday as well. People have been asking me about what happened to the Grid 2 coverage, last week's game of the week, so I didn't get a chance to finish it, so I couldn't give final impressions. I just, some stuff happened last weekend, I didn't have the time to be able to do it, so that is that, unfortunate as it is. You know, this whole game of the week concept really only works if I go through and finish these games. Now, I was able to do a full wrap-up of the prior games. We of course covered Van Helsing in the past, which was one of the game of the weeks, and you know, that went fully through, and then the one prior to that went fully through as well. So we're going to try to keep this train going, and ideally I'd like to start the game of the week on Monday or Tuesday. I think part of the reason I ran into problems with Grid 2 is that I wasn't able to start it until Wednesday, so it's kind of late in the week to begin the process. In fact, I was going to even skip last week altogether, which in retrospect I probably just should have done. But anyways, yeah, game of the week this week is Scrolls. Going forward, we're going to try to keep this schedule going. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this coverage of new PC releases for the week, as well as my planned content. If you like the coverage, please subscribe. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.